Welcome. Today we'll uncover the biggest companies in the Philippines and explore a surprising secret about their value. Let's take a closer look at these giants. Cebu Pacific is valued at 18 billion pesos. GMA7 is at 20 billion pesos. Solaire Resorts comes in at 41 billion pesos. Mega World is worth 57 billion pesos. Pure Gold follows with 74 billion pesos. San Miguel is valued at 200 billion pesos. Globe Telecom stands at 327 billion pesos. Ayala Corporation comes in at 350 billion pesos. And finally, SM Investment Corporation leads the pack with a massive 1 trillion peso valuation. Together, they total 2.3 trillion pesos. Impressive, right? But hold on, let's add a twist to this story. Have you heard of Twitter? Elon Musk bought it for a jaw-dropping 2.5 trillion pesos. Even when combined, all those Filipino companies can't match Twitter's value. What does this mean? So, is Twitter a giant? Not quite. In the tech world, it's one of the smaller players. Now, what about TikTok? It's valued at 17.7 trillion pesos. But the mystery doesn't end there. Facebook is worth an astonishing 103 trillion pesos. And Amazon towers above it all at 138 trillion pesos. Why are these numbers so different? That's a question we'll explore next. Now let's turn our attention to the wealthiest individuals in the Philippines. Starting with the C siblings, who have a combined net worth of 715 billion pesos. Next is Enrique Razon with 618 billion pesos. Followed closely by Manny Villar at 614 billion pesos. Ramon Ang, the chairman of San Miguel, has a net worth of 213 billion pesos. Interestingly, none of these individuals are involved in tech. They all operate within traditional businesses, which we often consider the pinnacle of success in the Philippines. But what if we compare them to the richest people in the world? The richest man globally is Elon Musk, who owns Twitter, with a staggering net worth of 24.28 trillion pesos. Following him is Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon, valued at 13.94 trillion pesos. And then we have Mark Zuckerberg, the face of Facebook, with a net worth of 11.9 trillion pesos. Remarkably, 8 out of the 10 richest people in the world are deeply entrenched in the tech industry. When we compare these American tech titans to Filipino billionaires, the difference is striking. The scale of their wealth and influence makes Filipino billionaires appear relatively small. What does this mean for the future? Are traditional businesses losing ground to the tech giants? Why are tech companies valued incredibly high? What do they have that makes investors willing to pay billions for a company? One of the key metrics is the number of active users, the people who engage with their app, platform, or service on a regular basis. Let's take a closer look at Facebook. Today, Facebook's valuation stands at around $1.8 trillion, and they boast over 3.07 billion active users worldwide. So, if we do the math, that's roughly $586 per user, or about 33,000 pesos for each person who signs up and uses Facebook. Now, consider Amazon. With a valuation of approximately $2.4 trillion and about 315 million users. Amazon's valuation per user is about $7,600, or roughly around 430,000 pesos. What explains this big difference? Well, Amazon's users tend to shop directly within the app, making each user highly valuable because they generate actual revenue through purchases. In contrast, Facebook's primary revenue comes from advertising. Users are valuable because they spend time on the platform, view ads, and engage with content, but they don't necessarily generate direct sales for Facebook itself. So when you combine all these factors, social media engagement, shopping, food delivery, messaging, and more, the potential value per user can skyrocket. If one app manages to integrate multiple services, the per-user valuation could easily reach 1,000, 5,000, or even more. Imagine an app that combines the best features of Facebook, Amazon, WhatsApp, Twitter, TikTok, Grab, Booking.com, and PayPal. Can you envision its potential? What will it be worth 7 years from now? 1 trillion pesos? 5 trillion pesos? While we can't say for certain, we know one thing. We won't stop until we achieve our goal. Introducing Vega, the all-in-one app that's been 6 years in the making. Developers from around the globe have come together to create this revolutionary platform, poised to disrupt the US market and beyond. Will it succeed? We believe it will. We conducted a beta test in the Philippines with an app called Laika, which gained 10 million registered users within just 8 months. Numerous celebrities promoted it organically without any contracts. Please watch the following videos as they begin playing shortly.
Gusto mo bang pagkakitaan ng mga like sa iyong mga post? May bagong app ngayon kung saan pwede kang makaipon ng tinatawag na gems. Pwedeng pambayad ng mga produkto at serbisyo.
Baka naman may gustong magpadala ng kahit gems lang dyan.
Yes, gems, padala naman po kayo.
Ito nyo naman yung suot ko, wala na akong bagong damit.
So, nandito tayo ngayon sa Corp BGC branch and titingnan natin ano yung mga kotse nila dito kung may magustuhan tayo. Let's go! Ayan guys, so tumatanggap sila ng Laika gems. Dahil gems lang ang dala ko, wala akong dalang cash.
Hoy, huwag mo sasabihin yan. Alam mo, kahit pinakamunting regalo nakapagpapangiti ng
Uy,
bawat isa.
oo, totoo yan.
Kahit nga Laika gems lang, mapapahawi na
Laika
ako.
gems.
Inaantay ko pa rin na yung Laika magkaroon na ng, kasi sabi sa Laika raw magkakaroon na ng superstore.
Actually, meron na po eh.
Meron na ba?
Yes, ang alam ko po meron na,
Okay.
open na po.
Kasi kung meron ng open na, then i-claim ko na yung ilan na ba
Laika
million?
gems.
Ilan na ba yung Laika gems
Ang
mo?
pagkakahuli kong nasa 1 point something or 2 million.
2 million? Hindi ko nakita eh.
Wala.
Tingnan mo nga,
Wala akong account ni sir eh. Si
Kasi ang pangako
Janet
ko
ang
po,
may hawak sir.
every single centavo na nandoon na sa Laika, yan po ay i-convert ko po sa groceries na mabibili doon sa Laika Superstore. And then ipamimigay ko po yan.
Oh, busy lahat ha. Super,
Laika,
super
download
download
Laika.
lahat ha. Oh, ayan
Nagpapaluhan
ha.
sila.
Laika ha.
Nagpapaluhan na sila rito, nagda-download.
Nakakonvince kami ng isang buong studio.
Challenges arose when the central bank issued a cease and desist order to Laika due to our lack of an operator payment system license. After the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, BSP, discovered that we did in fact have such a license, they proceeded to cancel it. In response to the initial decision, we attempted to appeal, but our appeal was denied. The BSP then mandated that we establish a new corporation in the Philippines and apply for SEC registration. This process took a year, but unfortunately our application was ultimately rejected. It's unusual for a company to face rejection during the incorporation process, making our experience with Laika all the more perplexing. Despite our efforts to comply with all requirements and even seeking assistance from the Anti-Red Tape Authority, we were unable to overturn the SEC's decision. This situation raises questions about the underlying reasons for such a rare outcome. Despite these setbacks, we remain fully committed to activating Laika in the Philippines in the future by exploring all available legal remedies and avenues to address the situation. We believe that the Philippines may not be ready for the innovative changes we bring to the payment landscape and may feel threatened by our rapid growth. In just 8 months, we reached 10 million users compared to Gcash, which took 16 years to achieve the same milestone. What are they afraid of? Is it our potential to disrupt the traditional payment system that has them concerned? Based on everything that happened, what did we do? We took it as an opportunity to enhance the app, making it 10 times better than Laika. This time, we've partnered with FIS, the largest fintech company in the world, handling an astounding $1 trillion in transactions each month, equivalent to 56 trillion pesos. FIS is owned by major players like BlackRock, Vanguard, and State Street, which together manage assets totaling $26 trillion or 1.4 quadrillion pesos. Vega is set to launch in 2025, starting in the US and then expanding to Europe and beyond. In 7 years, we will go public via IPO on NASDAQ. Now let's take a moment to reflect on early investors in tech companies like Snapchat. An investment of $15,000 from St. Francis School turned into an astonishing $34 million in just 6 years. David Cho, The artist who decorated the Facebook office chose $60,000 in company stock instead of cash, which later soared to $200 million. Here's how it translates to Philippine pesos. An investment of 800,000 pesos in Snapchat grew to 2 billion pesos 6 years after its initial public offering. Meanwhile, an investment of 3.5 million pesos in Facebook grew to 10 billion pesos 7 years after its initial public offering. In Silicon Valley, startups often use safe notes or simple agreements for future equity to raise funds. This contract allows investors to provide funding in exchange for the right to convert their investment into equity during a future financing round. By simplifying the investment process, safe notes help startups secure capital without complex valuations up front. These are the several well-known companies have utilized safe notes in their fundraising. Stripe, with a valuation of $70 billion, is a leading payment processing platform for online businesses. Dropbox, valued at $8 billion, offers cloud storage services that allow users to store and share files easily. Airbnb, with a $72 billion valuation, serves as an online marketplace for lodging and travel experiences. Instacart, valued at $11 billion, is a grocery delivery service that connects consumers with local retailers. We are sharing this with you for a reason. This opportunity is exclusive and not for the public. You were chosen for your visionary insight into the potential of innovation. We invite you to be among a select few investors in our revolutionary app, positioning yourself to help shape the future.